Hello to all the teachers uh, who are teaching online in this, uh, you know, times of pandemic. And today I'm going to take a topic which is very important for the teaching community: how to conduct online multiple choice questions examination on Google Form. So the first step is that you use the Google Chrome browser. So I will just open this Google Chrome browser, okay? And then I need to log into my Gmail account or any email you can log into that. If it is Gmail, I would prefer that it is Gmail, but it's not essential. So I will just log in to my Gmail ID from here. So I will click on Gmail and then I have these two IDs. Okay, I will click on anyone and then I will enter my password and then I will click on this next button. So I have logged successfully into my Gmail account. Okay, now the next step for me, now that I have logged in, I just need to again go to google.com and open search for Google Forms. Okay, now click on the Google Forms Create tab. Okay, and then come to this Go to Google Forms. Now, because we are creating a multiple choice questions test, okay, we need to click on this blank quiz. So I've clicked on the blank quiz and the blank quiz form has appeared over here. Okay, so this is the title for our quiz. We'll talk about this later. Before that, I want to uh, tell you about some settings that you need to do, or some settings that you need to uh, apply before creating your Google Forms examination paper. Okay, so first is the general settings, then we'll talk about presentation settings, and then I'll talk about this quizzes setting. So for successful completion of an exam, you should always collect the email addresses from the student. So click on this icon. It's okay if you don't click on this, but you need to click on this require sign in option and click on limit to one response. So these two settings should be checked on in the general settings tab. Uh, just don't click on these two. Then move on to the presentations tab. And in this presentations tab, I would prefer that you just select this show progress bar. If you want to shuffle the question orders for different students, you can choose this option, but I am not using it. With the help of this option, what will happen is that different students will get a different order of questions, but I normally don't use it. Okay, then I'll come to this quizzes options. Okay, always see to it that this option is checked. Make this a quiz because we are going to create a quiz only. Okay, now multiple choice quiz only. Okay, with points. That's why we need to check this option. Now release grade. Now if you want to release grade immediately after the student submits, then let this option be checked. If you don't want immediately, then uh, you click on this later after manual review option. So I always use this option because I don't like sending uh, students the result immediately. But if you want, you can choose this option. Please choose. I choose this option later after manual review. After that, I also uncheck this option, that is correct answers from the respondents can see. I let the respondents or the students see the questions that they have missed and the point values assigned to each question. But correct answers I normally don't click. If you want to show the students correct answers after they have submitted the quiz, then you can check this option. And after performing all these settings, or clicking on all these settings option that I have told you, click on the save button. After clicking on the save button, you will get a email address option over here. So all the students that are going to, you know, give this exam need to have a valid email address in order to give this particular exam. Now coming to this blank quiz or the title, form title, you always need to give this a particular title. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write a title. Suppose I'm writing unit test 1 in bracket 2020 hyphen 21. Okay, this option. So I'll be making this the name or the title of my form is unit test 1. The session is 2020-21. Okay, in the description I will just write the name of the class. Suppose you can give some other descriptions if you want, but I normally use this. So I'm giving, suppose I'm taking class for this exam for class 9A, and then I will choose one more option, which is I will write subject name also in the bottom of class. So suppose I am conducting an exam for, you know, computer. Okay, now after this, what we need to do is that we need to click anywhere over here. Okay, and see, this is the first question. Okay, actually this is the first question that you can ask the students, but what I prefer is that I just type name over here and name hyphen and make it as a short answer. By default, the as soon as I have written name over here, the Google has automatically chosen the type of question to be a short answer. And we will also, if Google doesn't do it, we have to do it manually. So click on the short answer, and then what students are going to do is that they are going to write their name over here as an answer. So it has a 0 points. Okay, writing their name will not fetch them any points, so let it be 0 points. There's no answer key to this. Okay, now click on this required option. Okay, and make it active so that this information, the name of the students, is essential. Okay, now I need to ask one more question to the students, that they belong to which class and which section. Okay, so what I do, I know that I want to conduct this exam for the section 9A. So what I do, I ask them class and section. I already know the section of the students, but still I need them to choose this option. Okay, I will keep the question as multiple choice only, and I will type 9A over here. This will be useful for me for, you know, gathering my data, properly sorting my data in the Excel sheet for the responses over here. When I download this Excel sheet, I'll explain you about the Excel sheet later on. Okay, so click. I have given only one option to the students. Okay, and this is also required. Now obviously students are going to click on this 9A every time because they don't have any other option. Okay, so now my initial information is ready. Okay, suppose I want admission number also from the students. So what I'll do, I'll add one more question, admission number. Okay, keep it as short answer only. Okay, and this is also required. Okay, so students have to fill in their correct admission numbers. Now why this is important? This is important so that we can get correct uh, responses from the students. Some students will try to give multiple responses with the help of multiple email IDs. So for that we require this admission number. So right now this section 1, I need information. I need few information from the students, the name of the student, the class or and section of the students, and their admission numbers. Okay. Now after gathering all the information, now I will create a new section for all the question answers. So over here, I will come over here and I will add a section. Okay. Now this is my section 2. So in the section 2, it is an untitled section. So I will give it a title by the name choose the correct answer from the following questions. You can give any other type of title to section 2, like choose from the multiple choice questions or multiple choice questions or any other. If you want to give it description, you can give like each question from this section. This is optional, carries 1 marks. Okay. Now click over here over here and add question to this section 2. So click on this plus button over here to add a section. Now I need to add my questions. Okay. So this is my question number 1. Okay. Suppose I want to write the question, what is the full form of JVM? Okay. So this is the question. It is a multiple choice question. So we will always select the multiple choice. Okay. So now we need to type options over here. Suppose I am typing option 1. Okay. Option 1 suppose is my just okay. Then I want to add another option. Click over here. Option number 2 and just type the other. Okay. Okay. Then I need to add 2 more options. Okay. Machine. Okay. Just a minute. And then I need to add one more option. It can be anything. Suppose Java versatile machine. Okay. So I have given 4 options, but one option only will be correct, right? One option has to be correct from these options. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this answer key. Okay. And click on that answer key and give it 1 mark, suppose 1 point. Okay. And now I need to select the correct answer. So I will click on the correct answer. So this is the correct answer. Whichever answer I select becomes the correct answer. You can also select multiple answers as correct, but I would advise don't do that. Don't give such type of questions. Okay. But if you want to give, then you can give. Okay. Now, so click on the correct answer. Please note that you have to be very careful while selecting the correct answer. You select the correct answer only, otherwise then you will face a problem. Uh, After gradings, there can be problem. And then click on this done button. So your question number 1 is created. Okay. After you can check this required option so that student have to attempt this question. Even if they don't know the answer, they need to select some option if you want that. So click on this required option. Then to add next question, we will click over here, somewhere over here. Don't click over here, just click on this question somewhere in this questions box and then click on add question. So the next question will be added below the question number 1. Now go to type question number 2 over here. Okay, so suppose I want to, what is the full form of USB? Okay, so this is also a multiple choice question. Okay, then the option. Okay, so I have to give four options. I will just quickly type the next option. Keep in mind that you have to, uh, you can give other options, the other options, but at least one should be correct. Okay, so this is very important. Again, click on this. This one is the correct answer, and give it the point one and click on done. Again, click on required if you want the that student should, and it is a must answer question for students. Then go to next, uh, question number 3. Okay, so suppose my question number 3 is, who is the current, oh sorry, which company, sorry, was the uh, company had created Java? Okay, so I'll give options: Microsoft, then Java for the first time. Okay, for the first time. Okay, so Microsoft, Oracle, Sun Microsystems, and Google. Okay, so answer key points, very important. Never forget about the points. So until now, I have added 3 questions which are for 3 points. Now you can add many questions, maybe 20, 30, how much, as much as you like. Okay, and click on this required option. So I have shown you 3 questions. You can type many questions. You can add many questions. If you want sections, you can add many sections also. Okay, so after doing this, now your test is created. Now to view the test, what we can do, to get a preview of the test, we need to click on this preview button. Okay, now see, this is how this test is going to be seen by the students. The first thing that will be asked by the students is that enter your email ID. So they have to enter a valid email ID. Okay. So this is useful for students also, because this is the way that you are going to attempt your uh, examination. Okay. So what are you going to do? You are going to type your valid email ID, because on this email ID only the teachers are going to send their results to the students. Okay, so suppose I type a name, Vikas Singh. Okay, full name is Vikas Singh. Now Vikas Singh is in class 9A, and suppose Vikas Singh's admission number is 565. Okay, so now we'll click on next. Now this is the section 2. Choose the correct answers from the following questions. Okay, each question carries 1 mark. So we have to choose the correct alternative. So what is full form of Java? Okay, So the correct answer is this. Okay. So I'm going to on purpose click on some wrong questions, wrong answers. Okay. So that you know uh, a result will show us both right and wrong answers. Okay. So now I've completed these three questions test, and now as soon as I click on submit, what will happen is that the teacher over here will get one response. Right now there are zero responses. As soon as I click on over here, the teacher will get one response. Okay, and so on. As all students complete the test, their responses will be shown over here in first come first serve basis. That means the student who has submitted the first response, his or her name will be shown first. Okay, over here. Right now we are waiting for the responses. Once the test is over, once the test time is over, suppose the test time was for 1 hour from 9 to 10. Okay, and so at 10 o'clock what the teacher has to do is that the teacher has to go to this responses tab over here of that particular form and click on this accepting responses and make it disabled. See, right now it is enabled. Click on this and make it disabled. As soon as you click on this, it will become not accepting responses. Okay, so once all the students have submitted, you can click on this options once the time is over. So even if the student wants to submit, they will not be able to submit, and this is the message that they will see. This is no longer accepting responses. This form is no longer accepting responses. Okay, now after so this is how the students will see. Okay, after seeing the preview, proper preview of this, how to send this question paper to students. Okay, how to send it to students. To send this to students, we need to click on this send button over here. Okay, now if you want to send this question paper to students on your from your WhatsApp, click on this pen icon over here. Okay, this icon, this link icon, and just click on this copy button. If this link is very long, you can click on this shorten URL button. You will get a small link. Okay, and then click on this copy and then close this and go to your WhatsApp and just paste this particular address. Okay, and send it to the students in their respective class WhatsApp group. As soon as the students receive the link, okay, they will open the link. Okay, they will open the link and they will find this form. See what I have done, I have opened a browser's tab and I have pasted the same link that I sent to the students, and when I click on it, see this form will open, and now the student will give the test according to the required. Okay, so they will fill all these details, and then they will go to the next page and they will fill the answers for all the different questions in that particular section, and then they will click on submit. When they click on submit, you will get responses over here. Now I will show you how you will get a response and what to do with that response. Okay, so I will just click on this and I will type an email address. Okay, then I will write the name, suppose Vikas Singh. Okay, then I will click on this class and section, suppose admission number, any admission number. Okay, that should be the correct admission number of the student. Then click on next. Now we need to do what we need. The students will attempt the paper accordingly. Okay, suppose this, and then they will click on the submit button. See, as soon as the submit button is clicked, the students will get your response has been recorded, and now we need to now the teacher will get a response. See, there's a response, one notification is over here, so teacher has got one response. Okay, if we move down, we will know who has given the response. The name of the response, a student who has given the test completely completed the test and sent it successfully is Vikas Singh. Okay, and now if you want to send the scores to the student, okay, if you want to send the score to that Vikas Singh student, what you can do is click on this release scores button. Okay, if there are multiple students, click on this all respondents. Okay, and then click on send emails and release. Now this email, whatever email the student has mentioned, a mail will go to that particular email ID that this student has scored 2 marks in this exam, this unit test 1 test. Okay, so this is how you are going to release the test. You can also create an Excel file to keep for your record. How to do that? Click on this three dots over here in the responses and come to download responses, okay, as a CSV file. CSV means comma separated values. Now click on this and the blank CSV, this zip folder has been opened. Okay, now you need to unzip this, okay, and click on this blank quiz. Okay, now click on it and see this Excel file has opened. Okay, okay, because I have not registered on Microsoft this Office till now, because this is still a new computer. I'll show you. I will create an account later. I'll just show you that on the online spreadsheet. Okay, so I will just click on create. Okay, so see this Excel spreadsheet is over here. This is an online Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so see, we have all the required data. The timestamp means at what time did the student submit the test to us. The student had submitted it on 10:26:16. Okay, that means 10 o'clock 26 minutes and 16 seconds. The address of the student is this. This is the score 2 out of 3. Then the name is Vikas Singh. Class and section is 9A, admission number is 565, and these are the responses to these particular questions. Okay, so if you want to make changes to this Excel file, you can make it. Okay, and whatever data you require, okay, whatever data you don't require, just delete those columns, and then you can, or you can keep this Excel file for your personal record. So I hope you have understood how to create a basic quiz in Google Forms. So with this, I would like to end this particular tutorial. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself and be well.